All right, everybody. I'm live in downtown St. Louis. I'm going to show you guys a quick image of the gateway to the west. Um, right now, I'm just sitting in the park. I plan to move into the actual city, but I'm not totally sure yet. I This is my first live stream downtown. I'm obviously Well, just straight up, this is like extremely nerve-wracking for me. I need to get that out on the table. I just want to express all of my current feelings so that I can just kind of set the stage, because I as nerve-wracking as this is, and as awkward as this is, and as weird as this is, it's I think it's important. I think it's that important to do what I'm doing. I have no idea what to expect. I've already had people like show up or pass by and ask if I'm a TikToker. And I'm not streaming to TikTok, by the way, but um, I don't know, dude. It's scary. It's weird. It's awkward. Um, but here's my goal. Here's the whole point of this is I'm just out here trying to keep it simple today. I just don't believe that we live in a democracy anymore. I think that the country that America was a democracy when it was founded. That's what we fought for. That's what we established at the beginning. And I think that anybody who still believes that we're living in a democracy is just not living in reality, or they don't. We've changed the definition of it, or I don't know, but we don't live in a democracy, because a democracy is power to the people, right? The citizens have the power, that we call the shots. And what I mean by keeping it simple today is that I'm just, that's my theory. And I want to confirm this theory by just asking people if they're happy with their taxes, if they're happy or upset with their taxes. I feel like most people I encounter today will be taxpayers, obviously. Um, and but all I know is that in my own circles, the people that I'm close to, that I talk to, um, um, I don't. They express disdain. They express dissatisfaction with paying their taxes, and if that, I just don't think that that is what the country was founded on. I believe that taxes are necessary, that they always have been. They obviously serve a purpose, otherwise, nobody would pay them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in our society. They wouldn't be a part of our society. They are supposed to do good, and I don't think that they're doing good anymore. Um, but that's not even what I want to discuss with people today, is how the taxes are being used. I just want to confirm and identify that there's an issue, that the issue is that nobody knows how their taxes are being used, and yet they're upset about it. They don't like paying. Nobody likes paying their taxes. Nobody is like happy to pay their taxes, and I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think that if you're truly living in a democracy, if you're living in a free country, if America is a free country, then we should be spending our money and paying money in the way that we want to. So So like I was saying before, it's just easy for me and for people like me to believe that everybody is upset with how much they're paying in taxes and what they're being used for. But those are only the people that I know. And so I thought that it would be important to come to downtown St. Louis and talk to people that I don't know and ask them about it so that I know that this issue extends to just more than the people that I know and your circles. Um, so hopefully that kind of sets the stage. Again, this is the most nerve wracking thing I think I've ever done. It's just extremely. It's as weird and as awkward as you would think it would be. Like I literally just drove to downtown St. Louis, parked in a place, and now I'm supposed to get out and talk to people that I don't know and I have no idea how people are gonna act like on stream. I have no idea what people are gonna say. Um, I have no idea what the the fruits are of even doing this, but yeah, I'm just gonna be walking around and finding people to talk to. So bear with me. But for those of you that have just joined, I'll get another good shot of the arch for you. A better one that isn't blocked by a bunch of tree branches. So there's your arch. Hopefully it's a little bit blustery out. Hopefully the microphone cuts out a lot of the noise. Um, yeah, let's go find some people to talk to. I think I'm gonna try to start out talking to people that are like not in a group, just because I don't want to. I don't know what the word is. Interrupt or impose on people's outings, but so if I can find some people that look like they're not doing anything by themselves, then that's going to be ideal. Your socially your sociology professor has you doing this. I do not. I've never been to college. I've never been to college. Dropped out of high school, got my GED when I was 16. So no, this is 100% on my own accord. The reason that I came to this conclusion, by the way, is that it's ultimately about happiness. I feel that most people in the country are just not happy and they're not satisfied. We're unmotivated, and I believe that that's because we're not actually living in a free country. We don't get to actually do what we want to do. And so I just figured that like taxes is a very easy uh, tax is a very simple foundational example of that. Is an example of people of us all being forced to do something that we don't actually want to do. Um, so it's just one factor in why everybody is so sad and depressed and unmotivated, and so hopefully that kind of explains it. But I do appreciate the encouragement because I need it. I just I gotta freaking I gotta talk to one person. As soon as I can talk to one person, then I can get to the next one and the next one and hopefully gain some confidence that way. But right now, it's getting that first conversation in. See, I figured I'd pass a few people up, but I do kind of want to get into more into the city. This is the like Capitol, or not the Capitol building, but St. Louis's city building. Or they smoke weed from noon to 4 a.m. That is, see, and I'm not going to deny that that's what many people are doing, but I think that's a product. That's a product of not living in a free country. It's easy to look at people like that and go, they're just lazy and not doing anything, but I believe it's because they're not able to do what they want, and so that's what they do to fill that hole in their lives. I think that if everybody truly had the opportunity to do what they want the way that the founding fathers envisioned it, I think that far less people would be smoking weed from noon to 4 a.m. because they would be. I think that they're doing that because they're unmotivated with what they're currently doing. Big Trash Mountain as you drive west into STL. Is there a trash mountain? I'll have to keep my eyes out for it. Dude, the other thing that I'm like kind of nervous about is talking to people that don't even live in the United States. I mean, I assume that most people here do, but like, especially close to the arch, I feel like there could be a lot of tourists that don't even live here. And I'll be like, "Are you happy about paying your taxes?" And they're like, "Dude, what do you care about my taxes?" IST. I fear that brawl is a thing in the past, my friend. As you can see, I'm a full-on VTuber now. VTuber is not the right term. I take that back. But a portable, whatever you call it, a vlogger. That's it. I'm a full-on vlogger now. U.S. is a free country. Ask any foreigner you come across; they mostly have way higher taxes. Okay, and that's also a good point that I feel is worth discussing. Is I think that has a lot to do with why uh, people are in denial about it. Is because as long as you, and that's what the government has intentionally led us to believe, is that as long as we're not as bad as other countries, that means that our country isn't bad, which is which doesn't make any sense. You have to look at it objectively. It's just just because, and that's what I think is people think that just because we don't literally have shackles around our ankles doesn't mean that we're living in bondage, and I just disagree with that. That's never been the case. Um, so yeah, the standard can't be, if we're basing our freedom off of other countries and what others are going through or what they're living in, then we're slowly going to be lulled into, like, the whole world's going to end up in bondage and not even realize it, which is kind of where we're at, in my opinion. Taxes are keeping Americans in slavery. Everyone who pays taxes are slaves. That's what I think. I agree with that. And see, I believe my theory is that most people that I talk to, because see, even in a democracy, not everybody's going to be happy because majority rules in a democracy. So theoretically, like, even if I don't agree with how much I'm paying in taxes and how much everybody, like, what my taxes are being used for, theoretically, most people still should be happy with their taxes. But I don't think that's the case. And and if I have people that believe that it's just a St. Louis problem, then I'll go somewhere else and talk to the people there until I find the people that are happy about their paying about the tax situation in America. I just don't believe that they're out there. I don't think that anybody's happy when speaking about majorities. So this is this is crazy. And I also am trying not to like film everybody because I don't really want to put people on camera that don't want to be on camera necessarily. Just got to find the first person, dude. First person. First person. Get the first person out of the way. Hey man, you want to be in an interview really quick?
Unfortunately, I got to get back to work, man. Only give
All right, hey, no worries. Okay, we got one, dude. I asked one person. We're on a roll. For every for every 10 rejections, we're going to get one person. Actually, this is like a nice shaded area. It's easy once you break the ice a few times. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I wish, dude, I wish you guys could be like my hands are just drenched in sweat, dude. It's just like it's so nerve-wracking. This is a cool sculpture park. I'll probably go in here. See what the haps is. We'll take a look at some of the sculptures really quick. I don't know how well I'm filming them, but this is kind of cool. Hello, Kit. All of my, it appears all of my Brawl Stars friends have found the stream. This is my new life, gentlemen. So I've got to get used to it before any of you do, really. The streets are empty, dude. Of course, it is Thursday. I actually did plan to do this like over the weekend, Friday and Saturday more so, but I kind of got all my stuff and some things didn't work out, and so I was just able to do it today. So this is kind of my trial run. I obviously got to get used to breaking the ice and talking to people, and so I'm not a script writer, dude. Hey, excuse me. Do you want to be in an interview really quick? Okay, no worries, no worries. Another lunch breaker chat. 10 rejects. 10 rejects for one interview. I'm gonna get it, dude. I'm gonna get one. If nobody else in the world believes in me, ST believes in me, dude, and that's all that I really need to keep going. Dude, holy moly, look at this. This is the AT&T building. It's kind of wild. You should interview Kit Brawl Stars about his name changes. No, that's territory I don't dare delve into. What I need to do is find like low key. I thought more people would be chilling in the sculpture park, but I gotta find a place where people are just like chilling out instead of hustling and bustling through the city. Thank you, Haley. I'm glad you're here. It's lunch hour. Just like go to like an outdoor spot or something. I know, dude, but you'd be surprised at like how many there aren't. Hey, do you want to be an interviewer really quick? No worries. That's three. That's three. We got more. Been stripping copper wire for months and have built up quite a supply. Any advice on what I should do with it? Bro, honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I got my first one, dude. I'm on a live stream. Yeah. You you work at the Hilton? You want to be in an interview? About what? I'm talking to people about taxes. I will say it's super simple. I'm not gonna ask you anything controversial. It's just very basic. It's controversial where it starts at. It's not. It's not. Let me. I don't know how I could convince you without asking. Well, what if I asked you, like, are you happy about your taxes? Do you enjoy paying your taxes? For the most part. Yeah. For the most part. What do you mean for the most part? Is there something you don't like about it? Something I love about it, but I don't want to disclose it. How I do it. Well, do you like how much you pay and how the tax money is being used, all that? If I say what I want to say, you're like, huh? Well, I see. That's what I mean. I don't want to ask you about like how you think they should be used. I just want to know. I just say fuck them and don't pay them. You know what I'm saying? You think so? That's what I want to know actually, because I agree with you. If that's all you want, yeah. If that's all you want to say, that's all. That's all I need, man. I appreciate it. What's that? All right. I'll look into it. That's what I'm on right now. Okay, well, that's the first one did not go. The first one did not go how I thought it would go, but I got the gist of what I needed. He said he said, and I can't quote verbatim, but F 'em. if it was up to him, wouldn't pay the taxes. That's what. That's essentially what his answer was to that question. Sorry, I don't got any on me. Um, we got one though, dude. Do I like playing Brawl Stars even if I'm getting paid to play it? No. That's why I'm out here, Acro. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Even the people that play freaking video games for a living don't actually get to play them and create content exactly the way that they want to. They have to abide by somebody's rules, dude. That's my whole point. Sir, would you be in an interview really quick? A couple minutes? How many rejections are we at, chat? Maybe that's what I should count. Hello, Sage. Bro asked, do you like paying taxes? You guys, okay, so I'm getting the feeling that most people in here did not hear my intro. Because that's literally that's all I'm asking people. Because I don't believe that anybody is really happy about paying their taxes, how much they're paying, and what they're being used for. I don't care what you think that they're being used for. All I care about is that you're not happy with how they are being used. If that is the case, then America is not a free country and we don't live in a democracy. So every freaking high school US history lesson that you've ever heard talk about how America's a democracy. It used to be, it's not anymore. That's my whole point. That's all I'm after here. I just want to confirm with other people that they don't uh, live in a free country. Is St. Louis dead? I'm probably gonna make my way back to the arch. Um, it's kind of crazy what you find out here, dude. You're getting robbed. Nah, bro. Most people have chains out here. Plus, this is like a $10 chain off of Amazon. I'm. I think I'm safe once they realize I'm a fraud. I do.
Just carrying it around.
You want to be in an interview?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about taxes.
Oh dear Lord, let's do this. I guess.
All right. Where are you from?
Originally from Texas.
What are you doing here?
Money, opportunity, and beautiful women.
All right. Great reasons. So I'll just get straight to it. Like, are you happy or upset with your taxes? Like with paying taxes?
Paying what?
Do you like paying taxes?
I mean, I'm from the South and country, so I don't really know, brother.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So do you work here?
Oh yeah, I work here. I do a bunch of construction. I do manual labor.
So you pay taxes?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
I mean, if you don't like, if you don't have, if you don't pay taxes, then there's really no interview here. But I mean, is there? I'll tell you. Okay, let me ask you this because you purchase stuff, right?
Hey, I do.
So there's sales tax.
As much as I hate it, yes.
Why do you hate it?
I mean, considering that you're taking my money for something that is already being paid for. You're taking an extra percentage out of something you're already getting.
Something you're already getting? What do you mean?
I'm paying these companies, and the companies have to pay the government to operate, to keep their licenses and such. So why are you going to take extra money from me for something you already taxed the business for?
Okay, so I mean, regardless of like, I agree with you. I don't think that, like, I think we're paying too much in sales tax. I think we're paying too much in all kinds of taxes, and I don't think that the taxes are being used the way that they should be. But the bottom line is that we both agree that we don't that we're paying money that we don't want to pay, right? Like they're taking money from us, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so if we, you know what type of government America is?
it's a bilateral.
Explain that.
It's two sides, and they're basically
Who does the power belong to?
not the government.
The people, right?
Yeah.
So that's a democracy. Don't you see how it's kind of a contradiction that you're not happy about? Like, you and I are not happy about how much taxes are being paid and how it's being used when the power is supposed to belong to us, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're the people literally says in the, what is it, Constitution? It says we the people. The very first three words. Either that or the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah. So that's really all I got. I'm out here just that's my theory is I don't believe I believe that almost everybody is not happy about the tax situation in America, and I'm just out here confirming that. I want to ask people, talk to people that I don't know, and see how they feel about taxes because theoretically, the majority of people should be happy about paying their taxes, right? If the power belongs to the people, we should be happy about paying the taxes, right?
I mean, if the power belonged to the people, then we wouldn't be paying taxes because it would be our choice. But we don't really have a choice in the matter.
We don't have a choice. And do you think that taxes are necessary, like to some degree, like as long as they're being used to actually, you know, take care of the roads, for example, or they actually do useful things, but we don't know exactly how our money is being used, do we? Do you?
I have honestly no clue how my money's being used, and it's kind of irritating because I would understand if they were like building a library, building a school, but what they're using the money for is mostly purely financial, personal gain.
Probably not doing those things that you just mentioned, right?
No.
Okay, well, that's all I want to know. I appreciate your time. I wish I had something to give you, but I'm
Don't
broke.
worry about
I'm
it,
too
man.
broke for that. Appreciate your time.
Brother.
All right, dude. We got we got success with somebody with a possible tax evader. Oh my gosh, dude! I don't know what I'm doing out here, but now I'm having fun. Like, I I asked bro if he paid his taxes, and he wouldn't answer me. So I don't know how to. I didn't know how to respond to that. Fortunately, I got him with the sales taxes, and I don't know, dude. We're two for two as far as unconventional as and as weird as the interviews have been. We are so far two for two on people that are unhappy about how much they're paying in taxes and what their taxes are being used for. So so that's a success. I'm also about to walk out into oncoming traffic and die. Wait. Roads are maintained by user fees. I'm not sure what I know what that is. User fee, like users of the roads? Are you talking about like toll roads? So unhappy that he's not even paying them. I know, dude. And that's the thing is like not that I have an issue with like literally having to go to jail if you don't pay your taxes. Um Although I do kind of get it. I just think that there should be a space somewhere else that you can go to in the world where that's how you want to live. If you want to live like if you want to live in a land that where nobody pays taxes for anything, your land is probably going to suck, but you should have the right to go live there. Um, or you have to live in a country where even if you disagree with paying taxes and you're like, dude, I don't want to pay taxes. If the majority does, then yeah, you should have to pay them if you're going to live in their land, in their space. But I don't think the majority wants to. That's my whole point. um, how many people have I talked to? Is that 8 now? I'm 2 for 8, sort of. Chad, I'm also noticing that the people that I get interviews with are the people that approach me. are the They're the people that approach me and ask me to essentially ask me to be interviewed rather than the other way around. But who knows? Maybe there's some stranger in St. Louis watching this stream and they're just waiting for their turn. Try converting someone into Mormonism. Freddie, I spent 2 years doing that, bro. That's that's a that's a different time for a different stream. I also got to keep an eye on my battery power, dude. I'm 50% and declining quickly. Where am I right now? I am in downtown St. Louis. I would show you the gateway to the west, but it is out of sight. Here's my view right now. So, yeah, dude, fake Kairos is at it. Pardon me, ma'am. Would you like to be in an interview really quick? She had headphones in and wasn't about to take them out. And I get it, dude. Like, I'd be the first person to ego me if I was approached by some vlogger in the middle of downtown St. Louis. It's hard to be like, it's hard to be like, hey, do you want an interview? Like, can we do an interview? And they're like, well, what about? And I'm like, well, if I tell you, the interview basically has started. Like, I don't know how to tell you what the interview is about without just doing the freaking interview. I have a boyfriend. Yeah, dude. So again, I'll quickly explain. The ultimate reason that I'm doing this is simply, like, it literally comes down to what I believe the reason is that people are unhappy, and really in the world, but particularly in America, is because we don't live in a free country. And that's what I'm out here kind of proving. So, and low key, I'm like getting lost in the city. I thought I thought I'd be able to keep my sense of direction as long as I could see the arch, but I can't see the arch. So, okay, I promise that there are no middle schools in downtown St. Louis. So, you can put that theory to bed. I'm just gonna go. I've also like come across one or two like huge groups of people, which is also very awkward and scary because they all want to. Holy crap, dude! I'm back to my parking spot. Okay, well, I'm not lost anymore, chat. Good news. Ask a whole crowd of females. Yeah, but that's how we get the clicks, right, Acro? What a joke. What a joke, dude. It that's like prime example of how we don't live in a free country. If you don't have attractive females on your thumbnails, then your content isn't being watched. Well, the city is dead, chat. The city is dead. Chaz, too soon, bro. Too soon. What happens when I start asking groups of people? Honestly, people that are in groups might actually like answer more confidently, but then I have to like ask two different people that might have two different feelings toward the issue. All right, Acro. Let me just summon a group of girls. Like that's not how that works. If a pasty white male approached me talking about taxes on a Thursday afternoon, that's what I'm saying, bro. I would be the first to be like, yo, I have headphones in, I'm not taking them out. And you know what, dude? If all else fails, I'm getting my steps in out here, hanging out with my friends virtually. All right, I don't know if this street light works. Yes, Acro, I've heard all the drama, and I don't really care about it. I have much more pressing things on my mind. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good idea to actually go back to the arch because I think that's where people like will be in less of a rush. Most people will just be dinking around there. They'll have time to talk. I got you, Freddie. I'm just coming around to the arch right now. How long do I, dude? I can't even see what time it is. Start asking homeless people about taxes. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I have to avoid them because they don't pay taxes. So you can spin that however you want. See, Acro, it's a silly question, right? Like everybody, it's a silly question to be like, do you like paying taxes? Because like that's what I think is the obvious answer is no. That's why I'm out here, dude, is because I'm just trying to confirm that truly everybody feels that way. Because again, theoretically, if we live in a democracy and if we live in a free country, then the majority of people then the answer shouldn't be obvious. The answer should obviously be yes, we are happy about paying our taxes because they're being used to fund an enjoyable free society. But the reason that literally nobody is because we don't live in a free country. That's my whole point. I just have to come out here and talk to strangers in order to confirm that it's not just like confirmation bias and that like just because people like you think that it's obvious and people like you hate paying your taxes and that the people that I talk to in my daily life hate paying their taxes as well. Like I just am out here to confirm that literally everyone in the country doesn't like how much they're paying and what it's being used for. Because if because here's the thing, chat, here's the long-term goal is that if that's the case, if literally nobody in the country is happy about how it's being run, if the power does not belong to the people, then that's like literally grounds for a revolution. So that's, I mean, I'm just on step one here. I'm not onto anything yet, Kit. Again, I'm just trying to lay the groundwork here. I'm just trying to confirm the theories. There's the arch again, chat. The beautiful gateway to the west. You probably can't see the windows at the very top, but for anybody that doesn't know, you can literally go into the arch to the very top and look down. So that's pretty cool. I think my time is going to be limited by my phone battery, so we'll see what we can do before it's about to die. I think a lot more people will be out and about during the weekend, like it is Thursday afternoon, so surely the people inside the arch. Should I just wait at the bottom of the arch? Just everybody that comes out gets interrogated. Dude, maybe I talk to the people chilling on City Hall, on the steps of City Hall. Say you're with a newspaper article. You know, actor, that's actually not a terrible idea, except for the fact that I'm not gonna like straight up lie to people. You know. Hey, would you mind being in an interview really quick? Yeah. Cool. Um, hopefully that doesn't blow over. But so I'm just out here asking people about how they feel about paying their taxes? Like, are you happy or upset about how
Pay
you're
a lot of taxes.
you pay a lot of taxes?
A lot, yes.
Are you happy about that?
It's a necessary evil.
Why is it an evil?
Yeah, well, just like you have to do it. Like that's the way our society works. You pay taxes, you get to drive on these roads. I haven't paid anything directly to get all the way here from Ohio, but tax dollars built all these roads, so it's a necessary evil. You have to live that way.
Right. So they're necessary. Yeah, I agree. Are you happy about how much you pay and what they're being used for?
Well, I mean, you gotta. I don't know. I don't want to be in politics ever in my life because you're always going to make half the people hate you, maybe half the people love you, and there's never the right answer because somebody always has an angle.
Yeah, and this isn't about, like, I'm not looking for right or wrong answers, and I don't even agree. Like, this isn't even about how tax money should be used. I think that's a whole other conversation. I am just, I'll tell you, like, the premise of this is that I believe that we don't actually live in a democracy. Like,
No,
we're
we
America,
don't,
the
'cause
free.
We don't. It's not a democracy because you don't have a say in the decisions being made. It's a republic. We elect people who then make the decisions for us. We don't. It's not a democ. You don't make choices. You elect people that make choices for you.
So based on that, do you think that would you say that we generally live in a free country?
It's free, but when people get in there and you don't agree with it, it takes a long time for you to change who's in there.
Why is that?
It's the way we've been designed since we're 250 years this year. It's a experiment, I think. I mean, it's a short civilization.
That's true.
Compare that to-
Relatively.
Yeah, compare that to other civilizations. This is only 250 years old this year.
So if we vote in, like, our representatives, I should say.
Yeah.
Are you, like, I just think it's a fundamentally, I think it's a fundamental problem that most people are not happy about paying their taxes. And so that's why I'm asking. I'm not asking how you think
Yeah.
they should be used or how much you
Yeah.
think that you should be paying. I'm just wondering if you're satisfied of the current situation that you're in.
No, no. My wife works 90 to 100 hours given times throughout the year, and the reward is we get to pay a lot of federal tax.
Too much, you'd say?
Oh yeah, yeah. Percentage of what you earn. It's I think income tax should be like pop. If you're buying pop, you pay the same 6 or 7%, right? But so if you buy a lot of pop, you're going to pay a lot of tax for pop, right? But if you don't buy that much pop, you're not going to pay that much tax.
Exactly.
So her reward for working as hard as she does is to pay more tax percentage wise than most of the people in this civilization.
And I'm just going to take a wild guess and say and assume that she probably doesn't even know what all of those tax dollars are being used for.
No, you don't, because they all lie. I mean,
They've kind of set it up that way.
yeah, it's the way it's designed. You have no clue. It's like the $3,000 stapler and all that shit. Like you have no idea what stuff actually is going for.
Okay, well, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I appreciate your time, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, that's how I hoped most of these interviews would go. So we're 3 for 3, chat. We're 3 for 3. I'm also noticing that it's tougher to well, I've been rejected by every female I've asked so far. I want to interview more women, but I'm noticing maybe it's because I'm too creepy. Did he say? Did he say 6 or 7? Bro might be a CIA operative. He's just trying to get clicks, dude. Sounds like he was from Ohio, though, which is interesting. Okay, 35 battery percent. My goal for today is 2 more. I just want 2 more interviews. 2 more interviews, one of them preferably a female. I'm trying to cast my net as wide as it goes. Got to get all the demographics. But yeah, I like that guy too. That's the thing, dude, is I like, you know what I've noticed? Some people have really loud car engines. No, what I've noticed is that people are generally freaking cool, man. People are generally nice and down to earth and cool. And it's not until you get onto the internet that you start losing faith in humanity. But if you like actually go out and like talk to people, just like even straight up strangers, like people are cool, dude. First time going outside. Yeah, I don't know. Well, welcome back, Acro. Guys, can you hear, like, is the wind just like extraordinarily loud? Try to cross here. And I'm missing the button. Man, would you be interested in doing an interview really quick? Be like a minute or two? I'm just asking people like very, very non-controversial questions about taxes. No right or wrong answers. Okay, that's fine.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. At least he was polite about it. It isn't that loud. Okay, that's all that really matters. I'm backtracking, chat. Hey, ma'am, would you be interested in an interview? Okay. She knows what she wants, chat. I respect it. Interview a black person. That was my first interview. But it wasn't I didn't like set the tripod up and everything because he like he wanted an interview but not really. He was like moving away from me the entire time that I was trying to talk to him. And so I was like, does this guy want to be, does he want to be interviewed or does he want to just yap about something and leave? So, yeah, I don't know. Did not go as planned. I'm just harassing people.
Wait.
Oh man. Chat, this is my other thing though, is like as awkward and as uncomfortable as this is, it's something that you can do, bro. At least for the time being, like I can just go out and do this, which is kind of cool. And that's why people like still think that we're actually in a free country, and I'm just like, dude, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Hey, would you ladies be interested in being in on an interview? Okay. No worries. What do I got to do to look less creepy, chat? Should I have been tucking the chain in this entire time? Or you can get a job. Ah, yes, Kit. That's exactly the attitude that has got us where we are. While I respect your right to feel that way, I humbly and adamantly disagree. Turn that. It's the hat. It's the forward. It's the forward ball cap. Surely not, Freddie. What you guys don't know is that I buzzed my head last night. Like, way freaking shorter than I should have. I'm basically bald. That's why I'm wearing a hat. And I know you're going to want to see it and flood the chat, and it's not going to work. Also, can somebody do me a favor and tell me if I'm live on Instagram? I'm supposed to be, but I have no idea if I am. That's the way I smile at them. Should I frown at them? Stare them down deadpan? Like, what's the alternative, Kit? All right, I'm going to go near the ballpark. Thanks, John. I know Facebook's working. Instagram is what I'm unsure about. Instagram, like live streaming, kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not bad like streaming, but it's bad user interface. Stop asking them if they want to be interviewed and just start asking them questions. Well, then I can't show their face on camera. Wait, like as soon as they start answering, I'm like, wait, hold that thought. And I set up my tripod. I don't think that's how that works. That's also a one-way ticket to getting people really ticked off at you. Chad, I'm also like, jokes aside, I don't know why people like. It's isn't it kind of like weird that people don't want to interview? Like, why not? And you'll notice that like even the people that I do interview are like very careful about like, oh, I don't want to say, it's like nobody really wants to say what's truly on their mind, which again is a result of not living in a free country. So, hey man, you want to be in an interview? Couple minutes? That's fine. I just want Freddie to know that that guy was black. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Dude, imagine you're a window washer, but you wash windows that are like 40 feet high. My battery percent has dropped once again. Unfortunately, chat, I am running out of tiempo. Surely we can get one more. Maybe we just need to ask more people, dude. We just need to be more vigilant. Imagine you go in there and interview him through the window. That would be pretty epic, honestly. I'm also glad to know that my microphone is holding up this entire time. Yeah, I think I gotta head back. Yeah, once again, I mean, while I'm not talking to anybody, I do want to point out again that just because you have more freedom than other places and other countries does not mean that you yourself automatically live in a free country. I think that's what a lot of people think is like, that's what their argument is, you know, we do live in a free country because, like, go anywhere else and look at what they're dealing with. And it's like, dude, it's not impossible for, like, most, if not all countries to be in bondage by bad leadership. I'm going to hang around the sculpture park for a minute. I like that. Well, shoot. I'm losing my sense of direction again. Gotta find the arch. Hey, ma'am, would you be interested in an interview for a minute or two?
What kind of interview?
I'm just asking people very general, non. Uh, um,
What is it gonna be on?
it's just about taxes. Just very, very basic, not confrontational questions about taxes. It'll take like a minute.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the best person for this interview, but okay.
How come?
I mean, I don't know what kind of questions you're gonna ask me about taxes.
Do you pay taxes?
We all pay taxes.
Okay, so are you happy or upset about the taxes you pay?
I mean, the reality is me being happy or upset is not gonna change the entire tax situation. So, I mean, there are some taxes that I don't think we should be paying, but
Do you think
it is.
you think that it needs to be changed?
Of course, it's a lot of change that needs to happen.
Why?
I mean, because we're paying money into things that don't serve us, paying money into things that are not even necessarily for us.
So I agree with you. The more important, like the primary reason for my interview, like what I'm doing here is I'm just convinced that we don't actually live in a free country. We don't actually live in a democracy where the people have the power. Right? We're supposed to. Right? America's a democracy. You ever heard that?
Oh yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
That we don't
That we don't live in a. This is not a free country. America is not a free country. I'm actually trying to find how to get out of this country.
just move completely.
Yeah, I want to leave. I mean, you see my color. They don't treat us well here, but I've been to other countries, used to be a flight attendant, and unfortunately the reality is I'm treated better in other countries than I am here.
What can you name some of the countries? I'm curious.
Yeah, I've been to Japan, actually trying to move to Japan, maybe Thailand, I don't know. I've been to the Czech Republic. That was a little weird, but I still was treated kindly. I mean, I've traveled the world.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's really all I'm trying to know is just if people are satisfied or dissatisfied with the current tax situation. So you answered my questions perfectly. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and good luck.
Peace out. Thank you.
All right, chat. I'm gonna head back to my truck, but if I get another interview on the way there, great. If not, I'm pretty satisfied just with the few people that I've interviewed today. I'll be back, dude. I'll be back. We got two birds with one stone, didn't we, Freddie? I'm all about the demographics, dude. I gotta hear it from everybody, not just the people that I know. But yeah, I feel pretty good. And like we're 4 for 4, by the way. 4 for 4. Um, I mean, honestly, pretty different people, and literally nobody is happy about their taxes. Again, this all ultimately stems from the fact that we're just not happy. That's what I'm after, dude. I've never been a political, patriotic person, you know? I've never cared about any of this, but from a young age, even, I have been uh, I've just struggled to find motivation, struggled to be happy, and I've come to the conclusion that this has a heck of a lot to do with it. I've recently become obsessed with the Revolutionary War, and I feel like this is exactly how they felt, dude. Like they literally identified a problem. Like our founding fathers felt that they weren't a free people, and it wasn't like they were just like living in shackles and couldn't do anything that they wanted, but they they just knew that they weren't free to whatever degree they were in. I think we're even more oppressed than they were. Um, but they were literally ready to die for it, bro. And it has everything to do with just how happy people are. We as a country, and really the whole world, it seems, are just getting more depressed, more anxious, and uh, more unmotivated day by day. And I don't think it's because the country is just full of lazy losers, but I think it's because we're being forced to work and do jobs that nobody wants to do, and we don't really get to do what we want to do. So we're just unhappy. Pop umbrella. I I'm a little bit far away from my Wi-Fi kit. We might have to wait a little bit on that. No button. Hey, ma'am, would you be interested in an interview really quick? No? I give people the benefit of the doubt, chat. She had places to be. Okay, well, that's it, chat. I'm at 20%. I'm not risking my phone dying while I'm out here. So, thank you to those that are still watching. Anybody that's watching this on playback, I would appreciate the subscriptions and liking the video. Again, dude, I'm just as lost as most of you are, but all I know is that I just feel strongly that this is a good thing, and although I don't really know how to go about it, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try. And so yeah, I've got an adventure ahead of me, so stay tuned.